It's hardly 24 hours. 24 hours to prepare. So before we start, 5 minutes, what is your expectation about? What do you like to know?
About our ancestors, maybe
Okay, yeah, that's the natural thing we'll be discussing.
D12 or some D12 combinations.
So I'm not going to talk too much of combinations actually today. Only
Okay.
3 charts I have, but I will talk. I'll talk why Pitru doshas actually happens. Planetary, we will discuss that. We will just talk today about Pitrupaksha in general. What is Pitrupaksha? Why is it so important? We will talk about that. But you all be having some, doubts or something. So maybe I will highlight. I'm just trying to think from my angle. I prepared something the last, I just finished class on Sunday. So just had very little time to prepare. I have some 32, 33 slides I prepared.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Yes,
first of all, thank you for taking up this topic.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like to know more about do we have to consider the tithi itself?
Okay. So anything else other than the theories?
Yes. Like suppose my mom, she passed away in the tithi of Pratipada. So should I consider Pratipada, and like my dad was in Ashtami. So how to go with these things,
Yeah, so okay, that is a very general question. Many people will miss it. I'll talk about how to choose the date.
Right.
The usual problem is when to do the Muhurtha, right? Sometimes the Tithi will come twice in the same month that come. Some people use the solar month, some people use the lunar month. They're confused which month to do. But sometimes it will come twice or it will never come in a month.
Right, sir.
That I will, that all I've added, whatever possible I have added.
The thing, how to find out, are they happy with what they are doing, or, just if we can.
That's the prashna. If it is in a prashna, yeah. Usually, what I say, there is a punya chakra, no? And the time of death, the planetary, there isn't astrological way. At the time of dying, what is the planetary position? The time, the lagna, I have done a whole session on that. So whether they have left at the time of leaving, did they leave happily? What is it? They have got moksha, or if they're happy, or if they're gone to the other world, or they'll come back soon. That can be seen in the Punya Chakra. We will talk special. There are a lot of Amavasyas. This is a special Amavasya. Why is it so special? We shall see. Why is it very special?
I considered the Amavasya only.
Why is it Pitrupaksha? Why is this 15 days of all? What is the astronomical, astrological significance related to make it so special? What important it is? In those we will see.
Thank you, sir. Looking forward. Thank you so much.
So one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, madam. Sir.
Yeah.
Actually,
please come on camera, na? Everybody come on camera, please. Especially when you're talking to sir.
Okay.
I have put this request so many times. So, good evening to everybody. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everybody.
Today we have a special session on Pitrupaksha and especially the remedies. I asked sir to do the session, but I was a bit late in this. Since this Pitrupaksha was very special, something different, it started on an eclipse and will end on an eclipse. So I wanted to know what was the different thing, like extra remedies that we have to take care and do them. And sir is the best person to connect for all this. So I think let's start our session, and we'll have the question and answers after sir has finished, because if the question is left, you all can ask that question. Is it okay, Shobha ma'am? Madam?
Okay, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, I will be in trouble.
No problem.
So I have doubt.
Sure, sir. So let's begin.
Ma'am,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll just do.
And your camera is a bit too low.
No, sir. Today I have not set up my camera. This is an external camera.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do the prayers. Hari Om Ganana Tva Ganapatikum Havamahe Kavim Kavinavam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvanodidasi Vasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vachever Vajini Vadi Veenamagatrayavadu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswati Namaha Sri Gurupyo Namaha Hari Om Om Bhagavatsabha Tatsavitarvare Devasya Vinedeva Chodatramaditya Somaya Mangaya Badacha Purushotva Sadipyascharam Namaha. Okay, good evening, everybody. So let's see what is in. Actually, ma'am had asked me 2 years back to do this. For some reason, I was postponing it. It was too religious. So, okay, but this time it was become very, very special because, like ma'am said, it starts on an eclipse and in a lunar eclipse and ends on a solar eclipse. Though I think the solar eclipse is not visible in India. Let's see what we can come out of it. I've prepared some slides, and more we can go with discussions. Okay, Mahalaya Pitrupaksha, 8th September to 24th, 21st September 2000. Sorry, it is 2025. So Paksha means 15. So Mahalaya means the great convergence. Mahalaya Paksha is the auspicious convergence of the Pitrus. 15 or 16 days if you take up also the Purnima. It is. Some people start only from Pratama, some people also take the Purnima. So the Bhadrapada Luna month, it is especially if the sun is in Kanya. I will tell you the significance of this. The Mahalaya Paksha, Pitru Paksha is 15 days when the most, generally, this is religiously, when the most suitable time to seek the blessing of our ancestors. This is a traditional view. Any Pitru dosha in the horoscope, this is the best time to do. We will also find out why this is the best time. Okay, generally Yamaraja allows Pitrus to visit the earth. According to Puranic view, Yamaraja is supposed to be the lord of the Pitrus. According to Vedic view, it is Aryama. Aryama is the lord of Uttarapalkuni. Pitru Paksha is a period one can cleanse, purify, and reform our ancestral anomaly. This I'll talk in detail. DNA-related irregularities can be corrected during this phase. Amavasya itself, you must understand what is Amavasya. What is all the other phases of the moon, has a digit. Amavasya does not have a face. If you can understand as moon as Shakti and sun as Shiva. As Shakti, grows, she grows in face, she takes in a full format. And when she comes towards Shiva, she shrinks, and on Amavasya day, she is totally merged. That is why you have the Mahalaya, Laya. It merges. Every month there is an Amavasya. But what is the special of this Mahalaya Amavasya, which it will only take place in Kanya Rasi. So Shastra says 96 days in a year. We will see what are those 96 also. Pitru will be in great hunger and thirst. Amavasya, Vyatipyada, Manavadi, Yugadi, Shankrama, beginning of a solar month, Ashtaka, Anmashtaka, and in the Mahalaya, 15 days. Totally, I'll tell you what are those days also. Generally, the Pitrus are appeased during the Tidis, the Tidis which they pass away, eclipse Tidis, Amavasya Tidis. Supposed to be, the Pitrus are supposed to visit us during this Pitrupaksha. Okay, this most important aspect of this is healing our DNA and our genome. So this, it is just, see, every Amavasya this is coming. But what is the speciality of, this Pitrupakshas? Yeah, somebody has to mute the thing. Okay, please keep it on the mute. When you talk, you can talk. Okay. So if you understand, Pitru, you know, from the word Pitru means it is, what will be the planet ruling it? It has to be sun. So any Pitru related work has to be done, any remedy to it, so it or correction to be done only when the sun is strong. So when is the sun strong? Sun is exalted or sun is in its own sign. These two signs only, it is the best period. Okay, but again, when it is for Pitrus, you can't do it when the sun is exalted because sun is in the Uttarayana phase. You know the Pitru path, the Deva path and Pitru path is in the Uttarayana, sun is exalted is for the Devas. In the Dakshinayana phase, and the sun is in its own sign. This is the path. The Dakshinayana path is the Pitru path. So at that particular time, when the moon is full in Aquarius, the sun is in Leo. That in the waning phase is always it is Krishna Paksha and the Sukla Paksha. The Krishna Paksha phase, it is supposed to be the Pitrupaksha. There's a lot of meaning into it. Every Amavasya has I will talk about every Amavasya separately. Here I particularly want to tell you when the full moon happens in particularly in Aquarius. Aquarius is the last the zodiac, the Amavasya. In the next Amavasya, it will be a new year. So it will be the last Amavasya if it is in Aquarius. But here it is the full moon in Aquarius. The full moon in Aquarius. When it starts, so it starts receding into that particular phase. And where the Amavasya takes place. The Amavasya will take place in Kanya. That's very, very important. I'll separately talk what is the importance of Kanya. Here, this is very important. This Pitrupaksha, what I'm to say is, it is two things. It is not just thinking about our Pitrus, praying gratitude of Pitrus, asking for the blessings. It could be one part of it. Another part of it is maybe in case some Pitrus are still as Preta, not crossed over, are still suffering, going through. So that is one part of it. And another part of it is, you must understand, these Pitrus, are more already there in our DNA, on our genome. It is already there. How do you correct that? How do you correct it? Many genetical engineering has come back. But our Veda is already given, science is given. This Pitrupaksha, whatever you do, the remedy during this phase is particularly suggested to correct our DNA. It is just not the DNA to correct our bodily ills. A lot of genetical DNA problems are there. Also, the problem can come because of various financial problem, marital problem. Mostly, they can obstruct progeny. They can obstruct the horoscope. You can say many things they can obstruct our progeny. So many things can. This is the best. In fact, the whole of the year, one day is there and it never comes often. It only comes on one particular day. The Amavasya must happen on Hasta. If the Amavasya happens Hasta, this time it's happening only in Uttara Palgani. When the Amavasya happens in Hasta, it is a particular yoga called Gajachaya. I'll talk about that also. Gajachaya. If it happens on that day, this is the most powerful day. But okay, next best, if it doesn't happen, doesn't matter. An Amavasya happening in Virgo is very special. Sun and Moon in Virgo is very special. The Gajachaya Yoga, the other combination, I will talk about that also. So the Amavasya will happen in Virgo. Virgo is, you must understand, it is Shakti, Mahashakti, Durga, the cosmic femininity. In a Purnima there, it is the essence of womanhood. But when an Amavasya is there, means it is completely, the vasanas are getting closed. So this is the most important aspect of this Pitrupaksha has, different shades to it. Yes, to pay gratitude, to seek blessings, to actually activate the genes in us. See, our forefathers, all these prodigies are there. One sings, one can do special gifts, all got from our ancestors. We can also have the negativity also. So you to activate those special qualities or to assuage the negativity. This is 15 days is the best. Yes, every Amavasya is good. Amavasya is always a time to reset, is for reset, reformat our whole body, mind, body, and soul. It's very, very important part. But this particular Pitru Mahalya Paksha is extremely I'll give you a more detailed explanation about this particular the speciality of Amavasya falling in, especially in Virgo, especially if it falls in Virgo, what is the meaning? We move to, okay. Specialty of this year's Pitrupaksha. See, Pitrupaksha happens in the month of Bhadrapada. The sun and moon are opposite to each other. This particular, see, Pitru dosh happens because sun and moon are with Rahu Ketu. So this is what mostly, it is only no other planet can create more Pitru dosha than Rahu Ketu with sun and moon. But this time, the Pitrupaksha itself starts with the creator of the dosha. And it just not starts the creator of the dosha. It starts with an eclipse and ends with the eclipse. Now, what does it mean? Does it mean what you cannot, undo the things? No, the creators of the dosha are there with an eclipse. This means you can never have such a powerful force to undo your Pitru dosha. These 15 days, I do not know. See, every 18 years, Rahu Ketu will come there, or every 9 years, you can have the same formation, but it must come with an eclipse. And it must appear in India. So I think this is a very, very fair form. I do not know. Next 9 years, this formation will come. Every 9 years, this formation will come. But will it come with an eclipse? With the kind of end with an eclipse? It's very rare. So the creators of Pitru dosha are there. So it is the best time. So when in the horoscope, the 60th year, when Sun, Saturn, Jupiter and Saturn comes to its original position, it is the 60 ending and the next 60 starting. It's always reformatting. So this is the same. These 9 years when Rahu come to this position, it becomes very, very special for removing Pitru dosha in the horoscope. See, Pitru dosha, various, we'll discuss what would be the Pitru dosha. Okay, this significance of Mahalya Amavasya. See, Purnima is the birth Tithi of Rahu, according to some classics. The Tithi Devata, some people say Amavasya is Rahu. That is different. But here, the birth Tithi is of Rahu is Amavasya, and birth Tithi of Ketu is Purnima. Purnima awakens and enlivens our senses, lauded by Mahatripura Sundari, and Amavasya is lauded by Kali, the goddess of time. So the Devi is in its fullness, complete fullness. Actually, the thing is, both Purnima is supposed to be called full, and even Amavasya is supposed to be called full. Amavasya is related with zero. Zero is it's complete. It is totality. It's infinity. If you know in maths how important is India has discovered zero. No, it is actually the meaning of Amavasya. Chitra Devi, the Tithi Nitya is the Devi for both Purnima and Amavasya. Amavasya is ruled by the Vishwadevas and Pitru Devatas. Amavasya, the kala of fullness. And in the fourth state of consciousness, Amavasya is Turya, or Purnima is also the state. Both in Purnima and Amavasya, our consciousness resides in the Sahasrara, or rather you can say the 1,000-petal lotus is open. In Purnima, it is more as awareness, as illumination. In Amavasya, it is as surrender. Shakti, converges into Shiva. Okay, like I said, Amavasya represents the numbers 0 or infinity. See, in Chaturdasi, I will take it from Trayodasi. Trayodasi, it is Pradosha. You pray to Nandi. In Chaturdasi, it is a Shiva Tattva. In Amavasya, it is beyond the Shiva Tattva. You merge into the Shiva Tattva. Shakti merges into Tattva. It is into the Pitru loka. Amavasya, and each sign holds immense significance. Each Amavasya, I think all of you, there are 3 Amavasyas, which is very, very important for Pitru-related samskaras. When the Amavasya is Sun and Moon conjunction. The first Amavasya is when Sun and Moon conjoin in Capricorn. And the next Amavasya, where it is the Uttarayana start. Then next, the Dakshinayana start, the Amavasya is another very, very, very important Amavasya. When Sun and Moon are in Cancer. The next more important than this is the Amavasya in Virgo. The Amavasya happening in Virgo. The speciality is immediately after Mahalaya Paksha, you have Dashara. Dashara, or dedicated to Shakti. So it is before Shakti and after Shakti. What is the meaning? In fact, if you Bhadrapada month, the Sukla Paksha Bhadrapada month starts with Ganesh's Chaturthi is Ganesh's birthday, and then Krishna, the only one Purna Avatar's birthday. So the first 15 days you have one Purna avatar, and the god of all beginnings is Ganesh. One has no lord beyond him, is in what I say in the same Bhadrapada. But in the Krishna Paksha, it is dedicated to Pitrus. So I will tell you, it's just not a simple praying to just a Pitru. There are a lot of huge significance with it. So I've talked about this Amavasya and Virgo, especially in Hasta Nakshatra. Amavasya happening is the sign of Virgo, the cosmic phenomenon. Purnima is about the embodiment of motherhood, but Amavasya is transcending the seeds of creation and burning of vasanas and attaining liberation. See, Amavasya usually happens in Uttara Palguni. This time it's happening in Uttara Palguni or Hasta. Only these two nakshatras, this Pitrupaksha will happen. Uttara Palguni is lauded by Aryama, the king of the Pitrus. Or it happens in Hasta. Hasti Gayatri, the Devi, or Savitur energy. Both are solar energies only. In the solar energy, it happens. So Amavasya happening in this, each nakshatra, the Purnima falling, or each nakshatra Amavasya falling, it's very, very important. The creative aspect is in Purnima, and the resetting, reformatting of aspect of what I say, your mission is gone, you reset it again. No? So that, but every time in Amavasya, your whole body, mind can be reset. And it is related with your Pitrus. Because why Pitrus? Because you are nothing but a culmination of all the Pitrus. Everything, whatever you are physically there and mentally there, and everything together are a culmination of your Pitrus. So which aspect of your Pitrus you want to activate, or which you don't want to get activated, this Amavasya days is extremely very, very special. So you don't allow any negativity to awaken. And negativity can awaken only in Amavasya. Because if you don't reset it you don't spend the Amavasya correctly, you can have unnecessary negativities cropping up. You don't want a particular gene or DNA to get activated in your body. This Amavasya, there are certain rituals, remedies which you have to do on Amavasya, so you don't activate any negative. Okay, see, an Amavasya and Hasta is an oxymoron. As the darkest day brings out the brightest state of awareness by surrendering to the brilliance. Mahaval is about granting freedom to the Pitrus by awakening our Savitur energy. So both sun and moon in the nakshatra of either Uttara Palguni or Savitur, they merge together. Only few 9 nakshatras, I think 9 or 11 nakshatras are Aditya nakshatras. 11 Adityas, I think, are lauded by the 27 nakshatras. 9 nakshatras are lauded by 9 or 11 is lauded by them. And one of them, the Uttara Palguni and Hasta, the sun and moon, when they become zero, it awakens the Savitur energy. Okay, after that, okay, this I'll have to give you a little bit. Okay, let me take some any doubts before we go. I think we're just going to kill rough. Anybody wants to ask anything to what I said till now? Anything till now? Okay, no doubts. Okay, let me continue.
Sir,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, it's a very silly question, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I always, doubt whom do we call Pitrus? When we say that we have inherited qualities from Pitrus, means the people who were gone, left this world before my birth. How? I mean, I really don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you. That's a nice question, because it's very important to know what is Pitru. You need to know that. It's very, very important.
Yes.
Okay, that we will know. Yeah, I'm talking about that. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, Radhika ma'am.
Yes, sir. I joined late, so I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to understand whether you have sort of covered that before. What caught my attention, I joined at the Amavasya time. So some of us are very sensitive to these Amavasya and Purnima. I came into the talk when you talked about Rahu as Amavasya and Ketu, the birth is Purnima. Am I correct? Did I understand it correctly?
No, it's the reverse. Actually,
Oh,
the
it's a
Tithi,
reverse.
the Amavasya is the lauded by Rahu, but the birth Tithi is what it says is the opposite. Purnima Rahu is born and Amavasya Ketu is born.
Okay, so the other way around.
Yeah.
So when people get very affected, there are some people who will go through Amavasya and Purnima without any kind of variations in their emotions. This is what I think. And some of us are more affected. So what is that? I just wanted to understand that if you're going to be covering it.
It's very high magnetic energy during this lunar phases, both Amavasya and Purnima. It's strong energies. It affects all of us. But why do some people alone get affected? And why? And it is recorded. A lot of accidents happen, and mental hospital. Many people easily get affected. It has been recorded. A lot of even theft and everything happens. It is on record. It is there. But why some affected? Why some do not get affected? Is how this is the beauty of astrology. If you allow it to rule you, it will control you. See, it is like a climate, no? So it's an energy, and how much you allow it take over you. Each day, each energy is different, but how much are you allowing it to it? So you do a particular practice based on your food style and habits, and you're already in a high level, in a high mode. On a Purnima and Amavasya, you will lose control. So it is you have to be careful on this particular day. The reason they want you to eat sattvic food on that day, not eat too heavily. See, Amavasya it's a Vrata day. Vrata day is the body is actually throwing out. It's completely throwing out. On that particular day, you eat heavily. It has been advised not to eat very heavily on Amavasya day. It's a Pitru day, eat less, eat light, don't eat heavy. Let's say on that particular day, most of the Vrata days is a detoxification day. Amavasya is ruled by the element air. So it can be a lot of vata, it can be corrected. Now you put too much of why you get easily affected is it's very vata, they're extremely vata. So you can lose that particular vata, too much of thinking, you can get affected. So the energy is there for everybody. You know the tides in the ocean, no? How much is the tide difference in a full moon and moon? What is it? And our body is nothing but 75% water. So definitely it affects everybody. But why it affects some and not some is depending on your mental equilibrium, how much you allow it to take over. So you have to be extra careful. Even a very calm person who is not very reactive suddenly picks up a fight. It can go wrong. It can go very bad. An emotional person, it is worse on this particular day. You can take it more further and make it more.
So when you say control it, you're controlling it through practices and
be more aware on that day. You can lose yourself. So avoid unnecessary arguments, talks, and emotional things. See, how do you get emotional? It is related to food. Let's say you took a very heavy meal or you took a very tasty meal. What is easily it can upset.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So next we come see this 5 runa deaths or 5 proprietary rites. Yet all of us have. So one is the Deva Runam, Rishi Runam, Pitru Runam, Manusha Runam, Bhuta Runam. Say to the gods, to the rishis, to the humans, and the Bhutas we have. One particular part of Vedic culture is what we have to give it to the Pitrus. See, what is Pitrus? Pitrus is not what is it? It's our DNA. No? So whatever we are, it's not just this 3 generation or 7 generation. The complete generation, whatever they have, whatever where we are today. Imagine 100 years ago, where should have been, or 50 years ago, or today where we are 100 years here. It is all depends on people who lived before us. So it's a sense of gratitude. We need to pay. In fact, there is one particular book on how to attract wealth. The title of the book is Attitude Towards Gratitude or Attitude with Gratitude. So gratitude becomes a very, very important aspect for attracting anything. So and somebody who's given us the body, mind, or everything, whatever the discovery is, everything is depending on people who live there. And if we do not have a sense of gratitude, the basic gratitude to that, each is a gratitude. Each Runam is to the Devas, to the people, Bhutas is there. But primary is our birth a physical body we get because of our ancestors, and we don't have a particular sense of gratitude to us, we will not receive the most important blessings or the positive aspect of it. So more how gratitude you are to Pitrus, we will receive these blessings. So this is one of the reasons these particular this has given us a debt. So there are days which it's not that you just have to pray to that. It is also, it resets many things. It resets Amavasya and reset many negativities in your DNA. You want to correct your DNA, Amavasya is the best. Okay, now we will talk now. This ma'am was asking me, what is Pitru Devatas? This is very important to understand what is Pitru Devatas. See, Pitru Devatas, it's not only the people who deceased, people who have died, 3 generations or 7 generations. No, it is not. There's a very big cross misunderstanding. What I say, this is only to it. See, the Pitru Devatas is everybody who was before us from the start of creation. So what I say, from that it starts. In fact, there is a particular story when Brahma created the universe. He created the whole Adityas, Rudras, everybody, and then he created the Saptarishis. But the Saptarishis, were involved in material pleasures. They got children and everything, and they were not, doing their duties properly. They didn't, not involved in Brahmagana. So Brahma put a curse on them. Then they came for forgiveness and they asked, please, forgive us. So immediately he said, no, you will get the Brahmagana, not for me or for others. Your own children will teach you. So only through the putras you will get freedom or liberation or anything. So from there starts putra. And the people who, from the Pitrus who are born from them, and there starts Pitru lineage. So the Saptarishis, the sons of the Saptarishis, are the lineage. So the Pitru starts from the Saptarishis. So you have like 2 sets of Pitrupatis, Pitruganas, and Chitra Pitrus. See, the Pitrupatis are Lord Sri Yamadeva, Lord Sri Chandradeva, and Kavyaha. Pitruganas, Lord Brahma's sons, the Sapta Rishis, and the 7 Pitruganas. So the Pitruganas are classified into 7 groups, 3 Amritaganas and 4 Muhurtaganas. The 3 Amritaganas, Agnivastas, are the children of Maharishi Marichi. Somashadas are the children of Maharishi Virat. Barshidas are the son of Maharishi Atri. The Devas also perform Shraddha. These go to these rishis. The humans which they perform goes to this. The Somapas, Harvibhujas, Ajyaparas, Shuklas. Though they give us like one particular caste, it goes to this. It is actually depending on your evolution to which Devata or which Rishi will receive. So it goes to the Maharishi Kavi, Maharishi Angiras, Maharishi Pulastya, Maharishi Vaishishta, depending on, some people say, okay, for the Brahmana it goes to Kavi, and for the Kshatriya it goes to Angiras, and the Shudra goes. It's not that way. It is your sense of, depending on your state of evolution and how you connect. It is a matter of connecting to the Rishi. The loose translation is as if, Brahmin's Shraddha will reach Maharishi Kavi. It is not that way. It is your sense of evolution and how you connect, depending on a connection, you connect to the particular Rishi. So it is very, very important and wants us to connect us to our root. So this Pitru Puja is not exactly just offering to our dead ancestors. It is connecting to our original source. All of us have one particular source. Just the source is in this form. Either is Maharishi Kavi, Maharishi Angiras, Maharishi Pulastya, which we will connect. It depends on how spiritual are you, how material are we. We have to connect to our source. Connecting to the source is very, very important to receive blessings. So even before the gods come into picture, we connecting to these rishis is very, very important. This is actually the meaning of the Pitru Puja. It is not simply giving pinda and sesame. Those also have meaning, but the most for Deva Pitrus. Who's the which nakshatra rules our Pitrus? Anybody can tell me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is Makha nakshatra.
Okay, Maha nakshatra rules our which Pitrus? Does it rule over our Manusha Pitrus? In fact, it is given there, you should not do Shraddha on Makha. You know that?
No.
Oh, didn't know that.
There are certain nakshatras, certain days, which you should not do Shraddha. And Maha is one of them, Rohini is one of them.
Oh.
Revati is one of them. If Makha is a Pitru nakshatra, why is Shraddha not allowed in Magha nakshatra? Because it is a Pitru nakshatra, but it is a Deva Pitru. There are two kinds of Pitrus, Manusha Pitrus and Deva Pitrus. So what is a Maha nakshatra? It is not Manusha Pitrus, it's Deva Pitrus. These are the Deva Pitrus. So so what I say, it is okay. We reach them through, start with our generation, the 3 and 7 generation. Through that we reach through our actual source. So the immediate, what I say, we have to go back. So what I say, and actually we are not exactly, what I say, trying to connect with our father, grandfather or great father. We are actually trying to connect to our original source, and we don't stop with that. After this, we connect through our original, we connect to the Godhead. But there is a path how we connect. Okay, Advaita says, Aham Brahmasmi. Yes, but before that, there is something which we have to connect physically, mentally, spiritually, before connecting to our original Godhead source. This is a particular path we have to, we have to do our Rishi Runa first and Pitru Runa first before connecting to the absolute Godhead. Okay, the remaining is Chitraputras, 31 Chitraputras are there. Then see, Maharishi Sri Vishwamitra was the person who brought this to the world, the Shraddha rituals. He is gave the Tattva-Updesa. So he is very, very important during every Shraddha ritual. Apart from the Sapta Rishis, he is the 8th, supposed to be the 8th important Rishi. So there's no ritual without thinking about the Sapta Rishi, and the Vishwamitra becomes extremely very important to think about Vishwamitra. A little bit more I'll tell you. Parameshti is the original name for Pitrus. Pitrus in Bhuloka called Parasaha. In Pitrus in Chandraloka are called Madhyamaha. Pitrus in Surya Loka called Avare. Aryaman is the Devata of Pitruloka. Pitrus, actually, we have different lokas to say. What it says is Pitru live in Sattva Pitruloka, Rajo Pitruloka, Tamo Pitruloka. So it depends on you say heaven, hell, everything. But actually, according to one particular Kaulava Shastra, it says if you have done good deeds, you live in Sattva Pitruloka. If you're a very sensual person, you live in Rajo Pitruloka. Okay, if you have done a lot of negative deeds, you live in Tamo Pitruloka. Shraddha Devatas. So next we have to understand what is Shraddha Devatas. According to the Vedas, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas are the Shraddha Devatas. The deceased father or the mother, the first line people who die are lauded by the Ashtavasus, 8 Vasus. The deceased grandfather or grandmother is lauded by the 11 Rudras. The deceased grandfather and or the grandmother is lauded by the 12 Adityas. So usually in a Shraddha, it is always these 3 will be there. So they are supposed to have merged into these deities. So you don't actually pray to them, though their name is invoked. Name is invoked with as if blending with the Ashtavasus, Rudras, and Adityas. So it is not just human. And then very, very important, we'll have to know as important as Aryamas, the king, Vishwadevas is very, very important. Vishwadeva, you know which nakshatra rules over Vishwadeva? Anybody knows? The nakshatra ruled by Vishwadeva.
Dhanishta.
Okay.
Dhanishta.
So this is very important, the Vishwadevas. And yeah, so the Vishwadevas are in every Shraddha. Before the Pitrus come, the Vishwadeva, the Devas come. It is very, very important. Mahavishnu is the guardian and protector of the Shraddha ceremony and who blesses the Shraddha ceremony. And the Vishwadevas come during a Shraddha ceremony. So Aptika and Pradyaptika Shraddhas, the Vishwadevas who accompany the Pitrus are Pururuva and Ardhava. Mahalya Shraddha, which is running, The Vishwa Devas who come during this phase is Duru and Ruchi. Nandi Mukha Shraddha. Shanti Mukha Shraddha is what I say, before there are 3 generations, 3 more generation before that is Nandi Mukha. Now, Nandi Mukha is done on all, it is to be done on all auspicious occasions. Your Upanayana, your marriage, or any important thing, it has to be done. And Nandi must be done. Nandi is the ancestors before the great grandfather. The Satya and Vasu are the Pitrus who accompany during a Nandi Mukha Shraddha. In Sapandhikarana Shraddha, Sapandhikarana is merging into the gods. The Vishwa Devas who come accompany are Kala and Kama. It's very, each has a lot of meaning. I can go on to tell you what is Pururuva, Andrava, or what at Kala. Usually a person passes away. You have on the Sapandhikarana, it is you merge them into the other Pitrus. That's called a Sapandhikarana. And the Pitrus, the Vishwadeva who comes with the Pitrus are Kala. You understand what is the meaning of Kala and Kama, you know the meaning. So Mahavishnu is the guardian of the Shraddha Sangha. Okay, kinds of Pitrus. So we already saw Shraddha offering to the father or mother is the 8 Vasus. So the grandfather is the 11 Rudras. So they're offering great grandfathers, offering this the 12 Adityas. Then you have Nandi Mukha Pitrus. This is the 3 generation before father, grandfather, and great grand. Then you have the Karanya Pitrus. These are departed friends and relations, or beyond the family, there is somebody else. There is even a particular day for these Pitrus. Okay. Inauspicious Muhurtha for time. So I think most of you all would have known this. It is actually, Punarvasu, Vishaka. This is what mainly given. Dhanishta, Satabhisha, Purvabhadra, Uttarabhadra, Revdi called the Dhanishta Panchami. There is also the Dvi Pushkara and 3 Pushkar Nakshatras. The Nakshatras which happen in 2 Rasis are also not very good because it will repeat. More than Dvi Pushkara, the 3 Pushkara Nakshatras are very bad. So then certain remedial measures must be done. This Dhanishta Panchami is not bad for the dead person. It is because there is nothing wrong with it. His Punya Chakra won't even decide whether it is good or bad, but it is bad for the living. So there are certain remedial measures for this. Dhanishta, somebody dies. Apart from the Dhanishta Shanti, you will have to donate clothes. In Satabhisha, you have to donate gold. In Purvabhadra, the 7 grains, black gram, paddy, millet, rye, and black gram. Uttarabhadra, black sesame seeds, and Revdi, you have to donate bronze vessel. Anybody has any doubts on this? Inauspicious times or die?
Yes, sir. Why is it called inauspicious times for dying?
But
I've not understood this. Like, why do they say that this is inauspicious time to die?
This is supposed to actually what they say is if anybody dies during this time, it is not inauspicious for the dead people. It is not, they will suffer a problem. It is not right with. These nakshatras are supposed to repeat an event, like if you die on a Saturday or if you die in a Gulika Muhurtha, it is supposed to repeat. So something else bad will again happen during these 5 nakshatras. Some people will go on to even prescribe, some astrologers don't do any Muhurtas also in this because these are called Dhanishta Panchami nakshatras. Even some, I have seen some even write-ups later. These are bad nakshatras. They are supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay. So this usually what they used to do in those days is this house is supposed to be locked. One lamp should be there, and they have 6 months it is supposed to be locked because anybody dies in this nakshatra, it repeats. But I've seen it not necessary it must happen. I've seen people falling sick. In the families I've watched over the years, I've seen people falling sick continuously, or somebody going really seriously. In some cases, has also passed away. Again, it's just not the nakshatra. There is the lagna which they pass also. All matters to go. It's just not a simple nakshatra. Will do many other factors. But safely, there is a puja called Dhanishta Panchami, and these donations were done. It doesn't happen. Yes, sir.
Sir, any remedy for Punarvasu in Visakha?
Oh, it is the what is it? There is a particular puja. Each place have actually here in South in Kerala, people do one particular puja for Lord Yama. I don't any local. There is no. You just have to do. Maybe you will have to do a Sudarshan Homa or Rudra. You will have to on these nakshatras. But there is on Kerala method. They will what I say. There is a particular puja for Lord Yama. I have seen very effective.
It used to be after that. After how many months?
No, you have to do it as quickly as possible because this is valid for only for 1 year. What is it? Before that, as quickly as possible. See, death on a Saturday is bad. Death on a Saturn Hora is bad. Death on Guliga Muhurtha is bad.
Okay.
There are many things. I'm just giving a little bit on what is an inauspicious day because for Pitru Shanti, this is one of the Muhurtas which is bad. Yeah.
Udaka Shanti, sir. Lord Yama for Udaka Shanti.
No, Udaka Shanti is different. Udaka Shanti is invoking all the Devatas. It can also be done. Yes, Udaka Shanti also can be done. Udaka Shanti is invoking with water. No, Udaka is water. It is to be done invoking all the Devatas. Navagraha Shanti also you can do. But you have to invoke Yama or you will have to invoke Kala Bhairav. Apart from that, Udaka Shanti is all the Devatas, no? Invoked in water and bathe. Yes, Udaka Shanti also is very. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything?
Sir, how much you've mentioned the donations, but how much? Any guidelines like black sesame?
What I say? Let's say quarter kg. It is upon at that moment whatever you feel. What is it? You are giving it to a Brahmin. No? So somewhere it is useful for that particular person.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. In fact, I'll talk about black sesame seeds. The black gram and black sesame seeds are the secret of remedial measures. What is it? Why black sesame seeds? In fact, in a Shraddha, only 3 things are used. What I say? It is kusha grass, sesame seeds, water. Only these 3. Nothing else is necessary. You can do a Shanti of this with just these 3. Yes, okay, we're invoking these gods, but there is a meaning also for this. When I come to that, I will tell you. Yeah. Anybody else asking? Yeah. Okay. Vivo. Has you already spoken or yet to speak? Yeah. Okay, this is very important. Shraddha, what is Shraddha and Navagraha Shanti. This is very important. See, performing Shraddha, mainly a piece is Suryadeva. Why Suryadeva? Shraddha itself is recommended when sun is in the 10th house in Abhijit Muhurtha. I will talk about the Muhurtha. It's called Pitrupaksha. How the Muhurtha is called? It has to be done during noon, exactly when the sun is on the top. Only when the sun is strong, there is no Shraddha or no Pitru Samskara when the sun is not there. The sun must be on top of your head. When sun is done, when you do the Pitru Karma, it again. So what is it exactly? It is not to any other Devata. It is an appeasement to Surya Devata. That's why it's called Pitru Samskara. And who's the Pitru? It is Lord Surya. So by nature, it wants sun to be during, actually it is Abhijit Muhurtha, but the calculation will come, it's called Putupa Muhurtha. I'll tell you how to calculate Putupa Muhurtha. Then next is only water. Water is the main vehicle you have to use. And where do you perform also? It is also asked to perform near a river or a lake or a sea or some holy places or Triveni Sangam where the rivers meet. The more the water the area, more better just start. This is related to Moon, Chandra. So actually very important. It is Sun, Moon and Saturn. These 3 are the primary planets which are in a Shraddha. And next week, I will talk about why water. Why water? There's one more secret of why water is very important. Next is sesame seeds. Sesame seeds, and it's to the dead. And it is the ritual to the dead. When you're doing a respect to the dead. And some, when it is about appeasing a dead, who else? What is more greater remedy for Saturn than doing Shraddha? Shraddha is what I say, no other remedy will work if you don't do Shraddha properly, because Saturn rules of the dead and sesame seeds are used. Sesame seeds, sesame and kusha grass was born from Vishnu's body. And what is the sesame seeds? The importance of sesame seeds. Sesame seeds disconnects, cuts off. It's very, very important. That is the reason, why it is ruled by Saturn, though medically it has the highest content of iron and calcium. But using sesame seeds can cut off. It is to disconnect. There is one particular mantra when they say it is asking the Pitrus to be contented. Trityam, trityam, trityam. To be most of the Pitrus, what they suffer because they still have desires, they still have unwanted, unfinished work. So that has to be calm. When you put sesame seeds with water and offer it to them with a particular mantra, it is supposed to assuage and calm the desires, which is still, it is burning very, very strong. This sesame does it wonderful. It's a fantastic remedy. Sesame seeds, sesame and Saturn go together. And in a Shraddha, if you have any Saturn afflicted, perform more than any other remedy, do the Shraddha correctly. We don't do Shraddha and do every other Saturn remedy, it goes for waste. So it's very, very important. And actually, if your sun is afflicted, Shraddha is not done, so Surya will not be pleased. And sun and Saturn become very, very important. Next will come Jupiter. Why Jupiter? Any ritual, any religious samskaras, is ruled by Jupiter. So it is actually you have a Brahmin do to it. So a respect given to a Brahmana is nothing but a remedy towards Jupiter. So the moment you respect a Brahmana, Jupiter is appeased. So naturally, Jupiter is appeased. Next is Mercury. Why will Mercury be appeased? The Lord of the person who protects this Shraddha ceremony is Mercury. So naturally, Mercury is also appeased. Now, when is Venus? When it is actually advised not to use ever silver and all these kind of things. Using silver is very special. If you use silver during a Shraddha, Venus is a remedy. Mars says it is supposed to be done sitting on the ground, using copper vessels or donating copper vessels during a Shraddha, appeases Mars. Last, Rahu Ketu, Durva grass or Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass is it's very, very important for Ganapati. This both is controlled. Actually, it actually controls Rahu Ketu. It's a remedy for Rahu Ketu. There is no Shraddha without Durva, because Durva is supposed to protect from negative entities coming into the puja. So when Durva grass is used, Rahu Ketu is controlled. So complete on Shraddha is nothing but appeasing the 9 planets. So doing a Navagraha Shanti is a different aspect. Here, in a very subtle way, the hidden karmas are there. It is very, very important. 8th house is involved, means instead of doing a Navagraha Shanti, somewhere 8th house, the planet is not 8th from the Lagna, moon or any other bhava involved. It is better to suggest a Shraddha as a Navagraha Shanti than a Navagraha Homa. So we went to say Navagraha Homa and went to say the Shraddha as Navagraha Shanti is very, very important. It has to be seen in the horoscope. If 8th house is involved, instead of saying go to this temple, ask them to do the Shraddha properly. So Shraddha is supposed to be a very, very effective. Somebody is having Ashtamasani, somebody is having Jupiter in the 8th house, or somebody is having a lot of planets in the 8th house from Lagna, Moon, or from any other planet. This is a very important one. Yes, Sri Harij.
Namaste, sir. So actually you told, on Makha Nakshatra is Deva Pitru Nakshatra, hence Pindadan should not be done. That's what you told.
Yeah.
So similarly for Revati and Rohini, right? So since Makha Nakshatra is also a kind of Agni Nakshatra and Ketu's Nakshatra in Leo, Simarashi, how about doing Pitru Yagna, like Tilahoma kind of thing?
Tilahoma you can do. You should not do water. See, Tarpana is nothing but water, right?
Correct.
Water related certain things are generally, these are the 3 nakshatras they say must not do. These particular Janma nakshatra of the person and the first son, if it comes, you don't do. Your Janma nakshatra or the eldest person in the house, you can avoid. Because I'll come to what are the these must be done. It is given, Mahabharani. Vyatipada, Vaidridi, all the are important days. But in case it comes during a Janma Nakshatra, can I do a Shraddha, big Shraddha, Tilahoma when my Janma Nakshatra comes? So even though Mahabharani, Mahashtami, Vyatipada, Vaidridi comes during the 16 phases, if it is Rohini, if it is Maha, if it is Revati, I'll come. I have a separate for those. I want slide for that also. I'll come and I'll tell you about it.
Okay. So Tilahoma can be performed on Makha Nakshatra, right?
No, don't avoid that.
No, if it is not.
Pitru samskaras are generally they have asked not to do on these 3 days. Rohini, Revati, and Makha.
So even so, Tilahoma also not
any
advisable.
Tilahoma or Pushmanda, or you have anything generally on these 3 days you avoid.
Okay.
In nakshatras, your Janma nakshatra and preferably your children's nakshatra also. Oh, it has been prescribed only eldest, but I will say all your children. Your family's Janma nakshatra don't perform Shraddha karma.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Moon and Shraddha. I finished telling it already, but this is very important. I'll have to tell why is Moon a part of Shraddha. See, the deities leave the earthly body or Stula Sarira and travel in a body. It's called Yatana Sarira to Yamaloka. Yatana is air based. They go. There we each see the human body. Each has the jivas have 5 bodies: Parthiva, Jaleya, Agneya, Vayuvya, Taijasa. So it is the 5 elements. It is in that it is again divided into Uttama, Madhyama, and Adama. The gods like Brahma, Brahaspati, Shukra have Uttama, Agneya, Sarira. They light bodies. What is it? Full of cosmic light. Lord Indra is Madhyama, Agneya, Sarira. What is it? The person Pitrus. What is it? They actually start with Yatmina Sarira, but in the Pitru log they are in Jaliya Sarira, a watery aquatic body. So what I say, it is not fire way you reach that. What I say, you have Shraddha is the reason why water is only there. Nothing else but only water is good. Water with what I say, sesame seeds. Sesame seeds is to make them feel contented. Trityam, tarpayami. Be contented, be satisfied, be assuaged, become calm, relax. Or let all your fire and passion become calm. Only then he will cross over and either he will get liberated or take another path. So this is very, very important. Moon and water, because the Pitru people itself are nothing but have an aquatic body. Okay, then what are the Pitrus? So you have these 12 Pitrus from father, grandfather, great. Each has a particular rupa. The father's Vasu Rupam, grandfather or father's father is Rudra Rupa. Great grandfather, father's paternal father is Aditya Rupa. Mother is Vasu Rupa. Grandmother and father's mother is Rudra Rupa. Great grandmother and father's paternal grandmother is Aditya Rupa. Grandfather and mother's father is Vasu Rupa. Great grandfather, mother's paternal grandfather, Rudra Rupa. Mother's paternal grandfather, Aditya Rupa. Then you have mother's mother, mother's paternal grandfather, mother's paternal. All these 12 are actually invoked in the Shraddha. Then you have few more other from the wife, son's elder brother. You have a whole list which are all actually invoked. Most important is very, very important. They are invoked in the form as if they are merged into Vasu, Rudra, and Aditya. So this is what is not just the dead people. We are invoking them with the deities. Vishwadeva will also be invoked. Vishnu will be also part of this. So it is mingled with Deva Puja. So important days in this Mahalaya Shraddha. Usually Mahabharani, which happened on 12th September, Trayodasi, 19th September. Ashtami is very, very important. So it's called Madhya Ashtami. Vyatipada. These dates are very, very important. Apart from that, I've given you the dates. Sannyasis, you do it on Chaturdasi. Sumangali, you do it on Navami. Mahalaya Amavasya happens on 21st. So generally these days, if people who cannot do daily, at least in these days, if you do it, is very, very good. Or if you cannot do all these days, at least do it on Mahalaya Amavasya. Any doubts on this? These dates?
This time, Trayodasi 19th, we have Ashlesha Nakshatra till morning 7:04 a.m. So after that it is Makha. So how is it?
If Maha comes, you are not supposed to.
Not to be done. Okay.
Okay. For all other relations which has to be done, general Amavasya, uncles, aunts, cousins, rest of people, each particular day has for a particular in particular relation it is used. And for all other people, you can do it on Amavasya. Okay, now we'll come to Muhurtha. This is very, very important. Muhurtha. Say a Muhurtha is, a day is divided into 5 parts. Pratava, Sangava, Madhyanika, Aparahana, Sayana. Aparahana time. The fourth part is Aparahana. That is divided into 3. So the third part, Madhyana, is the best for Pitru Karma, best for Shraddha. But when it's divided into 3, it is called Gandharvakal, Kutupakal, and Rauhinakal. The Kutupakal is the period which is best for Shraddha. Simple, you don't need to worry about all these complications. Very easy way to do is, what is the noon of your place? Wherever, if it's in India, it is approximately 12 o'clock. So 24 minutes before and after is Kutupakal. If you are in a foreign place, your noon might vary. So just look in your in the phone, when is your noon? The 24 minutes after is the Kutupakal. I've just given the mode. So this is the best time. So if you're not able to do Shraddha, at least a dhan on that. So it is not every time you can do. So every day in the 16 days, some kind of dhan you can do during this Kutupakal. It is 24 minutes before and after. Any doubts on this? Muhurtha for Shraddha. You'll understand what is Kutupakal? So normally people will say Aparahana Kal is the best. Aparahana Kal is further divided into 3, and the middle portion, which is called Kutupakal, is only for Shraddha. You have to do. Okay. Any doubts on this? Okay, the Shraddha Tidhi, some confusion happens here. Yearly Shraddha Tidhi is performed on the same lunar day. Find out the Paksha. It's not you died on Saptami, means you must know whether it is Krishna Paksha or Shukla Paksha. So on the lunar day, some people follow the solar calendar, some people follow the lunar calendar. So depending on your culture, you follow it. So it must be on the same month, lunar month or solar month, on the same correct Paksha, it must be done. If the Tidhi happens on 2 days, the Tidhi occurring maximum during the Aparahana Kala is chosen. Like let's say it starts at 10 o'clock today, and tomorrow also it is there till let's say till 10 o'clock. So which day? Some people say sunrise. No, in this it is not sunrise rule. Aparahana Kala, which is about 1 something. See, Aparahana Kala is somewhere between 1:12 to 3:36. The fourth portion of day, which your birth, that whatever Tidhi the person has passed, that must be taken. In case if it appears equally in both, 1 to something, it appears in both Tidhi, then the first one must be taken. If you have 2 Tidhis happening, let's say in this particular month, the death Tidhi is happening twice. The first, is to be taken. For an unavoidable reason, if a Tidhi is missed, if an unavoidable Tidhi is missed, it should be performed during, somebody was asking what happens, Krishna Ashtami, Ekadasi, or Amavasya, it has happened. If no Tidhi happens, sometimes it is Tidhi Shaya is there, no Tidhi will happen. Then the previous month it is taken. I'm sorry, if the Tidhi occurs twice in the same month, the second Tidhi must be chosen. It's only for this, the previous. In case no Tidhis happens, you have to take the previous. Any doubts on this? On choosing of Tidhis? Anybody has any doubts on how to choose the Tidhi? Okay. Types of Shraddha. This I'll give you on types of Shraddha. So there are Nitya, the regular Shraddhas, which are called Nitya Shraddhas. Naimitikam Shraddhas are performed on every sun's entry into a sign. This is called Punyakal, and that time it is very special to do this Shraddha. Nandri Shraddha, and on auspicious occasion called Naimitika Shraddha. Then Kamya Shraddha performed on Manuvadi, Yugadi, Tirtha Shraddha performed on holy places, Kamya. So 3 types of Shraddhas. Generally, Dharma Shastras prescribe 91 Shraddhas in a year. Darsha Shraddhas, this 12 Amavasyas are called Darsha Shraddhas. Masa Sankramana Shraddhas, that is the 12 sun entering into every new sign. This 12 hours before and after, there is a particular method of calculating those particular time when it enters, moment it enters. The sign, there are some few hours before and after. It's very special to Shraddha. Ashtaka Shraddhas, 12 Saptami, Ashtami, Navami Tidis, when sun is in Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, it's called Ashtaka Shraddhas. Vaidridi, Vaidridi is, there are 13 Vaidridis which will come, which is the 27th yoga. Vyati Pada is again very important Shraddha, which is the 13th. There are 13 Vyati Padas, which is the 17th yoga. Manuvadi Tidhi is each, there are 11 mantras, okay, 14 will come. That is also very, very important. Yugadi, you have each 4 yugas are there. So when Kali Yuga started, when Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga started, on those days, what is also very special for Shraddha. Then we have 16 days in Mahalya Shraddha. All the 16 days are supposed to be very, very important. Okay, Mahalya Shraddha. This is very important. I have to tell you about Gajaya Chaya Yoga also about this. Okay, so all 16 days of Mahalya Paksha are suitable for Shraddha, but Mahabharani, Mahashtami, Gajachaya, and Mahavyatipada are the most important. These 4 days, Dwadasi, and on the fathers and mothers, Sthiti Shraddha must be performed, which gives immense benefits. Avoid birth nakshatra of self, eldest son, generally anybody in the closest family. Friday, Rohini, Maha, and Revati nakshatra. Some people give some other days also. I just stopped at Friday. Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes.
the Shraddha day is fixed, no? Like say, suppose my father, so it's a fixed day for him, right?
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm,
then
that should be performed. That's what I'm saying. On the fathers, if it comes on what I say on these days, it's very special. During the 16 days, father mothers comes, it's very special.
yes, correct. Like in, but you are saying avoid birth nakshatra of self, eldest son.
Yeah, let's say it
That
comes on
cannot be done, no?
if it comes, let's say for Mahalya Paksha, if it comes on the birth nakshatra, you need not necessarily do it on that day. You can do it in Yadipada because you have so many variations on those days. You got what is in case if it is that year it comes is a different thing. He died on somebody's birthday, it comes, that you cannot avoid. This is only for Mahalya Paksha. In this 16 days, let's say your birth nakshatra
Acha.
comes, coincides with
Okay.
Vaidridya
Only
or
for
Ashtami, Mahalya Paksha. That you can avoid.
Sir,
Understood.
Yes, yeah.
sir, here on this, Mahabharani day, this time, it is coming on Friday. So, so I mean, is it
don't
okay?
just avoid Bharani and choose some other day. That's all. You have so many other days. No, just see. Don't do Shraddha. You can do the Hiranya Shraddha. Shraddha you can do. You can just avoid what you say. Pitta Dana alone you can avoid. Dan I do every day you can do that. No, Hiranya Dan you can do every day. Okay, Sannyasi Shraddha must do. Okay, one Gaja Yachaya Yoga. This is very, very important. This will not come regularly. Only one day in a year will come and not every year it will come. Sun is in Hasta and moon is in Magha during Trayodasi Tithi. Or both sun and moon in Hasta Nakshatra during Amavasya. Only following the date. It's not in the day. So it must also be during the Aparanakal. During the Aparanakal, if both sun and moon are in Hasta, or moon is in what I say in Trayodasi Tithi and sun in Hasta, this is supposed to be a very, very powerful day for Pitru karma. It's not just plain Shraddha. So you want to do, in case when it happens, or to say you want to do Tilahoma, you want to Pushmanda, many other aspects are there. You want to do this particular day, rarely comes. Okay, this time it is not coming. Okay, so okay, Mahalya Paksha comes. Not all Mahalya Paksha has this combination. Amavasya must happen in Hasta. Naturally in Hasta, sun and moon will be Hasta. If it does not happen, at least moon must be in Magha in Trayodasi Tithi. And sun must be in Hasta. This will be a very, very important day. So this particular thing, if you do it during Kutupakala, it will remove a lot of Pitru dosha. So it's not someday you do Pitru dosha. See, Pitru dosha, you understand, Amavasya itself is resetting. So on a day when sun and moon are conjoining in Virgo. What is Virgo? Virgo, I've told you, it is Devi. It's a feminine form. It is there. When it is Paurnami, it is about the positivity of femininity. But in Amavasya, it is the seeds. The seeds are dying. No seeds. It is like what I said, finishing karmas. So you're wanting the Pitrus to finish their vasanas and cross over, helping them to do it on that day. Because what is it, that this is where the seeds of creation are sitting in particularly in Virgo. You know the symbol of how the lady stands there, no? A virgin stands with a corn in her hand, with a lot of seeds in her hand. What is it? It is the complete seeds of creation are there. A virgin lady sitting down there. And Amavasya means those seeds will not fructify. So it is a very good day for helping the Pitrus to cross over. This is the reason Mahalya Paksha means, what I say, it's Mahalya means the great confluence or mergence. And sun and moon conjoin in Virgo, in the sign of Virgo in Amavasya. What is in Amavasya, she's Kali. In Purnima, she's Mahatripura Sundari. She is in a different form. When she's in a Kali form, what is it? When you perform, what is it? The Pitru Tarpana, particularly offering sesame seeds, it helps. Just not helping your Pitrus to cross over, it rectifies your DNA. Amavasya Shraddha will reformat and repair your DNA, or it will not let it activate into a negativity. My family has a history of cancer. My family has a history of diabetes. I have a history of BP or many things. You don't want that to happen. Your Amavasya Shraddha, it will not get activated. You just left it off, means it will definitely get activated. You don't need to do big puja. Simple Shraddha or a dan, or feeding the cows or feeding the crows, or feeding respecting a Brahmin on an Amavasya will not allow what I say these negative DNA, your genome to get activated. So this is very, very, very powerful day. I just told you how important all the 9 planets will be blessed during a Shraddha. There's no Pitru Samskara without the Shraddha. There's no Saturn without Shraddha, or no moon is not there. Jupiter, all planets will be covered. Okay. This other things I think I'll know it, but I will still tell you the do's, don'ts of Pitru Puja. No homos or big pujas, especially if it is related to Pitru Paksha, it is good. Like Tila Homa is good. Don't eat outside. Must not oil the head and bathe. Avoid cutting nails. Avoid tamasic foods, vegetarians. Non-veg, onions, garlic. Avoid mostly important celebrations. Avoid during this day. See, it is why this is being given in this. This is actually not just a Pitrukal, actually as if you're, yes, gratitude to Pitrus is one, or trying to help them cross over is one. It is also, this is a period where if you follow it correctly, you can reset your DNA, you can correct your DNA. Because the planetary position, I'm telling you, when sun is in its own sign and it moves to Virgo, the feminine sign, in a negative aspect. So it is undoing things. In Virgo, it is undoing things. The seeds are under over there. So if you use it correctly, it's not okay. What is this? Who will follow this in this? If you do this correctly in these 15 days, what is it? This will do a lot of rectification for your child. This is a natural remedy period, which is so wonderful, which will help you. This 15 days. Immediately after that, it is celebration. It is Dashara starts. Devi Puja starts. It's a celebration of women. But before the celebration of Shakti, it is after you do your Shraddha, 15 days you do, it is awakening the Shakti within. You have to awaken the Shakti within. So before you awaken the Shakti within, you will have to actually reset, recorrect, do everything. The machine is reset everything. Then after that, you're on the machine. The machine is on and you activate every aspect of it. Before you activate that, you have to totally, recorrect everything first. Reformat the machine, then you restart the machine. You restart the machine from Pratama of when the first after Amavasya, the next day, the machine starts getting on in a new format. So all the viruses, everything is already killed. And so this is the 15 days to kill all the viruses. So, okay, the do's, bathing in holy rivers, the 16 days Shraddha, donation here in the Shraddha, rice, vegetables, raw banana, dal, what to say to people, Tarpana, the sesame offering, doing this thing is extremely very, very good. Feeding crows, feeding cows, Brahmana Bhojana, feeding Brahmins. But doing all dance is very, very, very good. with sesame offering. If you are not used to doing this, at least go mix sesame and give it to cows and crows. If you or you have a Brahmin to do. These 16 days, do it. You can reset your whole body, and you can reset your whole mind also and your emotion body. Okay, we will come to very, very important Pitru dosh. So I'm not going too much in detail. I will give you that this itself can be an important session, but I'll tell you. Sun, yes. Yeah. Somebody is telling something. Okay. See, when Sun combines with Rahu, Ketu, it is Pitru dosh without Jupiter aspect. Okay. So with this, if you have Saturn and Mars, it becomes very, very intense. So the dosha is Sun with Rahu Ketu, Sun with Rahu Ketu and Saturn, Sun with Rahu Ketu and Mars, Sun with Rahu Ketu, Saturn and Mars. And this happens 9th from Sun, 9th from Jupiter, 9th from Saturn, or 9th from Lagna. It becomes extremely very, very, very intense. So you all know what is the effect of Pitru dosh. This is somewhere, see, Pitru dosh means there are many different meanings of Pitru dosh. See, your family, your lineage, if it has done good punya, that merit will come to you. But in case your lineage has not done much punya, they have done a lot of negativity, this will come to you. So this is not very easily remedied. You can keep it under control. That's all. In case some have done very great, let's say the common Sun with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn and Mars, murder has been done. Major things have been done. That will be a very, very strong karma. So I've seen also simple Sun, Saturn also will cause a mild. Somebody, father, mother, diabetes, I'll show you a case. Child has diabetes. Just Sun and Saturn will be there. It will cause. That is not very severe, but you don't have a child. What is it then? Or you have, you're not getting married. There's no children. Your profession is always there. You have serious illness. Then it is nothing but the sins of the forefathers coming. This is one type. Then another type is, this is called Preda dosh, which is also a type of Pitru dosh. There is a death in the family, a bad death in the family. Not one, there are many, 2, 3 suicides, murders, some people going, several are there. They have not crossed over. If they have crossed over, means it will not affect you. But in case they are still as rounding about as Preta, this will very seriously affect you. In fact, this is more important. It's not, Pitru dosh is not, I have not done Shraddha, I have not done Shraddha, so I am cursed. No, it is not like that. This is not the meaning of Shraddha. Shraddha is not, if you do Shraddha, it is nice. You rectify. This is Shraddha is actually to rectify a DNA, and you pray blessings from, just like praying to gods. What I say, it's very important praying to your forefathers, because this is what you are because of them. You are nothing, a conglomeration of all your ancestors. So it's very important to give a gratitude. So you receive blessings. But if you do not do Shraddha, they won't curse you. So it is not non-performance of Shraddha that will not cause Pitru dosha. It is the sins of your ancestors which will cause Pitru dosha, or a bad death in the family, continuous bad death in the family. So I have seen, one person called me for a Vastu. I went to the house. 6, 7 people. None of them are married. All 50 plus, none of them are married. One person, he got married at 45 and he doesn't have a child and he's sick. So this I know immediately before taking the horoscope what should be there. And all of them had Sun Neecha, Sun with Rahu, with Saturn. All of them had the same pattern when I checked. This will be there. So this kind of things, what I say, doing Pitru dosh on, what I say, when will you do? You can't just do it on some day. The most auspicious time to recorrect these kind of doshas is during this 16 days. Especially, what I say, on Mahalya Paksha, especially when it is very, very strong, wait for that, what is say, sun and moon to happen and Hasta. It may take 3-4 years. You have to wait. You have to do a Tila Homa. I'll tell you what are the remedies to be done also. Any doubts on this, Pitru? Any doubts? I just have 3 charts to show also. For if anybody has any doubts on the Pitru dosh.
So just one thing, in our family, they say that only the males, or the they are allowed to perform these rituals. Is it so? Or a female can also do some special prayer on these days?
Okay, I'll ask you a question. Your father and mother has a particular dosha. You will get it or not get it?
I'll get it, yes.
Then Then what is why the other, see, it is depending on the culture. Some people allow that to be done. But if when you can get the property of your father and mother, and you can get the disease of your father and mother, why can't you do the remedial measures yourself? It is just a matter of a male dominant society which just gives it to a male to do and not to the female. There was a days when the females are not allowed in the cemetery, right? Now everybody goes.
Oh,
No, that's matter of culture. It's a particular practice only. I don't think so. It must be done, not be done. I think everybody must do. If let's say there is no males in the family, what will you do? A female must not do it. When you can get the property, you can get the disease of the thing. Why can't you do the remedy?
I don't know why then this is, it's there.
See, many things are not passed on correctly. We don't have actual authority. Most of the scriptures are being not taught properly. Even most are hidden itself. So it's somebody to come out and tell, even the Shankaracharyas or each has one thing. So you will have to do your own research and find out. You ask me, you can do. Absolutely, all are eligible to do. Yeah, the son might not do. He's ran away with an girl. Or he's living in USA. The daughter is sitting in India. Maybe you don't perform. At least you ask a Brahmin to do it. You can do that, no?
Yes.
Or you can do a dan, no? Maybe you don't need to perform Shraddha. You ask the Brahmin to perform for if you are thinking that way. Or you can do the dan on that day. Many things can be done. Maybe not literally, you need not do it also.
Okay, the dan part can be performed.
Yeah. There is, in fact, say you don't have a son, you only have a daughter, the parents will not go to heaven because nobody to perform Shraddha.
That is what, we have been hearing.
That's not true, definitely not true.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, this is a simple. See, I will just explain. Both parents are diabetic. The female is also diabetic. Okay, just look at, yes, 9th house, Ketu is there. But more than important, Sun and Saturn combination. There's nothing, but otherwise, she is inherited from the father. Everything, father was good, everything was nice. The only thing she inherited from her parents. Simple combination, retro Saturn aspecting Sun with no Jupiter aspect. Okay, there is an affliction, Ketu also. Sun is in the 8th with Saturn aspect. This is a mild aspect of Pitrudosh. Okay, this is, afflict with angioderma inherited from father. See, this is slightly severe. Look at this horoscope. Sun with Ketu. Is 8th from Saturn, Sun with Ketu. Yes, Jupiter, Venus are there. Mars' aspect is there. So Sun with Ketu, it's a very clearly genetical affliction. Rahu, Ketu are for inherited disease, hereditary DNA pattern. Means Rahu, Ketu will be there to an extent. I've seen Saturn also playing a vital role. Rahu, Ketu, karma is Saturn. So Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, when conjoined with Ketu, will give you Pitrudosh. Say a mental disorder. Both father is a doctor, the daughter is also a doctor, but both have mental disorders. Just look at the chart. This is slightly different. Sun having Saturn, Ketu in trine. So it is not Rahu, Ketu must be conjoined Sun, even if they are in trine. So what is the Sun having Saturn, Ketu in trine? The exact same disorder father is having, the daughter is also having. Without tablets, she'll go out of control. But she's a gold medalist in medicine. I've just given very simple things. There are some very severe, and I've done a separate thing on Pitru. You have a look at it, where very severe no marriage, disease, cancer, everything is there. Just to give you a view of it, I have just given you this particular. So Pitru dosha remedies. We come to Pitru dosha remedies. Tilahoma, Pushpanda, Preda, Avana, Vishnu, Sahaja. If it is a Preda dosha, Yajurveda Surya Namaskara, Tripindi Shraddha Puja, Narayana Nagpali. And Shraddha, regular Shraddha on Amavasya and all these days are very important for Pitru dosha remedy. Any doubts on this, on Pitru dosha remedies?
So when there is a Pitra dosha, so it will be on the entire family, or only the one child can get Pitra?
No. Entire family will be there, but the most affected will be the one who has sun afflicted first.
Oh.
the worse the son afflicted, the more he is going to inherit it. In case he has personal punya, he has done some personal punya, and Jupiter is well placed, his trinal signs, 5, 9 trinal houses are for Pitru Puja. 5th house, 9th house, Surya. Okay. Surya afflicted by Rahu, Ketu, Saturn. The trinal houses are strong, protected. Yeah, Puro Punya. So is there then what I say? You will see one of them afflicted, one mental disorder in the house, autistic case, but other two will be nice. So it is a Pitru karma, but only one is afflicted by it. So one has personal punya, so it will not affect too much. But there are some people, 4 people in the family, not all, none of them married, or all are married but no children, or no male children. Many things, different varieties will be there. Why 3 people in the family, all are not married? You have seen many families, no?
Yes,
3 people will be there, all not married.
These days I'm hearing this.
No children, all 3 no children will be there. One is unmarried, or 2 is married, and but they don't have a child. Or 1 is married, has a child, but has a very serious illness. So this is a very common factor you will see. This typically you take the horoscope, it will be trinal houses afflicted, sun afflicted, with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn affliction will be there. So, see, certain things can be removed, certain things can be kept under check. But this Amavasya Shraddha, and especially this 16 days, what is it, you have to use it, very, very important, which can correct many things. Astronomically, it is like, what is it, Amavasya itself, resetting things. But this particular Amavasya is very, very important for reset.
So one must perform these puja for the entire, all 16.
Once at least during Malya Paksha. I told you Vyadipada, Vaitriti, Mahabharani, Ashtami, or on on Amavasya, doing Tilahoma. In South, Tilahoma, Kushmanda. Kushmanda is very famous in Karnataka. Tamil Nadu, Tilahoma is very important. Each state has one party. In North, it is Narayana Nagbali. I think Trayambakeshwar, everybody does Narayana Nagbali. In South, it is Tilahoma. In Karnataka, it's Kushmanda.
Sir, what is Kushmanda?
It is very similar. It's a Vedic chant. It is particularly for appease, to appease your Pitrus, relieving the Pitrus, giving the better state and asking for their blessings. Tilahoma is done with sesame seeds. Kushmanda actually relates to pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Means Kushmanda means a pumpkin in Sanskrit. One is Preda Havana Vishnu Sat. Preda Havana means if the dead are rounding about and never crossed over, how do you give them? How do you make them transcend and go to the Pitru loka? If they stuck up and they don't want to go. There is a particular puja called Preda Avahana. And Vishnu, generally, if there is a Kumbhabhisheka, you know what's Kumbhabhisheka? But what I say, a temple is consecrated every 12 years. Usually the spirits in that area will all, if whatever are there in that vicinity, if they are hanging around there, they will get freedom. So any spirits during close to a temple area, will get freedom.
Tripindi Shraddha.
Tripindi Shraddha, another North India is very famous. Tripindi Shraddha, everybody does. Any temple you go in, they will do Tripindi Shraddha. Gokarna they will do. In Trimbakeshwar they will do. I will tell you the temples also. See, these are the temples. Pitru temples we want to know. Kasi, Gaya, Rameshwaram, Bhatinath, 4 temples you have. Pitru Dosha Remedy. Trimbakeshwar, Sri Mahabaleshwar, Nenmili Narayana temple in Tiruvincheshwar temple, Avur Pasupatishwar temple, Kubakonam, Tiruvallam Parasuramar temple, Trinavaya. Each has one particular history and particular Sivantriyam, Sheshampadi, Trivengadu, Janatha Swami temple, Varkala, Kerala, Tila Tarpana Paripurin Tiruvaru, Papanasam, Darur temple, all very, very powerful places to perform Pitru Dosha. Just visiting them itself is very, very special. Then we have Gaya Shraddha in the Palguna River, the Vishnupada, Parvana Shraddha, and in the Akshayavata. Then, or to perform in Prayag Triveni Sangamam in Allahabad, where you have the 3 rivers meeting. Then Kasi, Ganga Snana, Tirtha Shraddha, Pancha Ganga Shraddha, and Ganga Puja. If you do it during this place, you visit these places, it's fantastic. At least once in a lifetime, you do it. we've spent so much of money and do so many things. What is it? We go to have medical checkup, mass checkup, and so many. One just to recorrect, like a medical checkup, have it done to what is it? It's having your whole. What is it? There's one in Ayurveda. There's one 41 days therapy. Panchakarma.
Yeah.
For the body, no? So there is 15 days is like a panchakarma for the stula sarira. It's not just for you. It is you connected to the 7th generation, what is in between the pava punya done by them and how you receive it. Those bridges, no, those particular nerves which connect to them, which has to be healed, means the 16 days is the best day rather than any other day. This is it's like a Ayurvedic, I will call it as a panchakarma, of healing, if you want to do it. It only comes with, and it comes with this year with an eclipse, and it comes with Rahu Ketu. That which creates Rahu Ketu. Very rarely, in only 9 years once it will come. So Rahu Ketu with an eclipse, it has come. With Jupiter aspect. Remember, very, very important. When this comes, Jupiter must aspect moon or sun. So Jupiter must be in Gemini, it must be in Leo, or Jupiter must be in Sagittarius or Aquarius. Then it becomes more special. So this year we have Jupiter also was aspecting moon. During the Purnima, it was aspected. So it started with it, and Jupiter is in the 11th from Sun. So it's extremely very, very auspicious this year. So,
what is Panchaganga Shraddha?
There are 5 places in Kashi for having
the Ganga Ghats. We were many Ghats, right? So among that 5.
Among that 5 are very, very special.
Okay. Like Harishchandra Ghat,
there are 5. There's a full details there. I didn't have time to write all of them, which I had time quickly to put in individual as I put it. Okay. So naturally,
Kashi you have mentioned, not Haridwar.
Yeah. Also Haridwar. Haridwar.
Because we visit Haridwar.
Yeah, here I put Kasi, Gaya, Rameshwaram. All these places are very, very.
Okay.
Many more places. These are the most important places. If I go to each state, somebody will tell me something else more important.
Because Haridwar, we have a house there, so we go there quite.
But each has is very, very important. But Kasi is very important. No, there is something like you will have to go to Kasi, then come to Rameshwaram and come to Kasi again. No, there is an important ritual to be done. Depending on, see, we take it as like we do a lot of pujas. This is if you want to cleanse your, karma from the root. It's not only your karma, even the karma done. Say, I am born, let's say, in Bombay. The karma of Bombay will affect me, right? The style of Bombay will affect me. If I'm born in New York, the karma of New York is going to affect me. So I'm born in a particular family, the karma of the family will affect me. The style and the good and bad will affect me. No, if I don't want the bad, I only want the good. There is a method. The Vedas, it gives a method to only receive good and block the bad. There is a method. Amavasya is the day if you want to deactivate the negativity or heal the bad, which is, if it is there, it is the best. Because sun and moon are coming together. They are in zero, no tidhi, there's no moon, there's no vasana. Each particular Amavasya is very, very special. The best Amavasya is when sun is in Cancer, sun is in Capricorn, and and Amavasya happening in Virgo is the best. Now you know why Mahalaya is very important, no? It is in Virgo is Shakti, Durga. On that particular day, when it is the waning phase, when an Amavasya happens there, it is actually Shakti cleansing us from all the sins of men. So this is longevity, good health, prosperity, blessings, good, everything has happened. I've already told you what should be the benefits. Now, anybody has any doubts, you can ask me.
Sir, I had mentioned one case where one older lady's young daughter, she committed a suicide.
Yeah.
So she, should I suggest her to do this before 21st of September? Maybe give some.
Yes, definitely. These are the what you have to do. Preda Avana. You have to do Sudarshana Homa with Preda Avana for a suicide. Usually, if a suicide, you have to do a Narayana Bali. Nag Bali, no, that's generally done. In that itself will come. Narayana Bali itself is suicide, a bad death. during this particular time, if you do it, it's very, very special.
Okay, so you said Narayana Bali, and then you mentioned Pretavahana.
Yeah, it'll come. Narayana Bali itself, it'll all come.
And then one more thing you mentioned something. You mentioned one more thing.
No, it depends on your state where you are. In the north, if you are, you tell them Narayana and Nagbali enough. If you are in the south, they will understand Pushmanda and Tilahoma. North, they will not do Tilahoma.
It's in Maharashtra. So
Maharashtra, they will do only thing. The Narayana and Nagbali only they will do.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Anybody else?
Yes, Krishna, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please come on camera. It's what to say, I don't know.
Yeah, madam, just I'm outside. Okay. Oh, sorry for that. Madam, so you said in Virgo it is a Shakti Amavasya, right? But you can you tell me about in Cancer and Capricorn, what is that?
Uttarayana beginning, no? You know, Uttarayana begins. Uttarayana beginning. In Capricorn, it's Uttarayana beginning. It is very important, no? Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It happens there. So and Amavasya is very, very special there. When in the start of the Uttarayana, start of Dakshinayana, Amavasya is extremely very special. But more special than these two is the Amavasya and Virgo.
Thank you, sir. Excellent, excellent
important.
class. You've given more information. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Radhika ma'am.
So, sir,
Yes.
I'm very sorry. I'm not been able to attend this particular class with the, seamless continuity. Correct. Thank you for completing that. So I just had one question because I don't know if I missed that. Is that in the first year after a person passes away, they usually do not do Shraddha?
No, you have to do it continuously.
No, they do. If I'm not mistaken, they do something called Barsi.
No, that 1 year is over. That's all you do it. But the regular is you don't do it to that person. For the first year, you are only doing to that person. After the 1 year, you don't do to that person. He becomes merged. It is merged with the rest. Then after that, whenever you do, it's not for that particular person. You do for all 3 generations or 7 generations. You don't do it to that one person. After the 1 year, you don't do it separately. You always combine and do together.
No, sir, we do it separately for years and years.
No, you don't do it in the sense what I say, even when you do separately, you combine all together. You don't invoke only him.
No, sir, because
sir, we do
separate.
We do separately, sir.
In North India.
You will be doing it separately, but the mantra involved will be for all. See, there is a Sapandikarna when it happens, that particular 11th day, 12th day, they will join him with the Pitrus. So you might be thinking you are doing for him. Okay, he died that particular day you do. But you will not be invoking him. You will be invoking all the 3. It will be all Vasu, Rudra and Aditya together. So one is before merging and one is after mergings. So it does. Usually, you will know better. Tell me.
Yeah, basically, Sapindikarana is in that particular form, it will be done with a cucumber shape actually, and it will be divided into 3 parts. And Vasu, Rudra, Aditya, that is father, grandfather, great-great-grandfather. The 3 portions will be merged with that. That is called as Sapindikarana. So, when Shraddha is done, it is for the 3 generations basically. By default, it is for 3 generations. But in Mahalaya, these kind of Pitrupaksha, Sarva Pitru Shraddha also can be done.
No. What they're asking is, after 1 year, are we doing separately?
Correct. First year, even in first year also, it is for 3 generations actually.
3 generations,
after that also, it is 3. By default, it is 3 actually.
It is never done separately.
Correct.
So my question is, because I do not understand this in North India, we always heard that first year you don't do Shraddha, you have Barsi, that is marking the 11th month, marking the first year. And only after that, the next Shraddha, you do a Shraddha Puja. This is how we've done it in Delhi. In that,
but what does it mean is you are never doing it separately to him. You're always doing it combined. You're not praying to that person. So praying to your Pitrus. Why it's called he becomes a Pitru.
After first year, that Pitrutva is obtained. In that first year, it is still in the Preta Yoni actually.
So he becomes a Pitru.
Yeah.
One Putra and Pitru are very connected.
Very interesting. Thank you so much, sir.
There are many other questions.
And many things we don't know about this. I don't know because, but it is very interesting because I've always wondered why we don't do Shraddha Puja in the first year, So why so?
Okay, Shraddha is okay. I'll ask you one thing. In your custom, anybody answer. Is it food offering to a person who's dead? Is it good or bad? How can we do? Some people will offer it. After death or some function, his birthday, they'll buy all cake and buy this and offer to it. Do you think it's good?
Offer to him like directly, or we give it to some like needy people or Brahmin?
No. Some people, they keep the photo and keep it in front of them. Down south on full, I've seen whatever they like, everything is kept in front of them.
Yes, a lot of people. My friend just did it. She says, all my mother, whatever she liked, I made for everybody.
So here in North, sir, we do Shraddha for, like my mother will do Shraddha for my father, my grandmother, grandfather. Then there was one Bua who died in a young age. So she's doing all these Shraddhas for my chacha. So whatever they like now, they will make it on that day and offer to the family.
See, actually, when you don't do it for that person. In the mantra, they become Pitru. Pitru means the whole lineage becomes one. So it is doing to all of them. So maybe like the Father's Day, if you do it, it is not only doing to him. It is doing to the whole 3 generations. The complete. In fact, he will add everything.
This is something new for me. Yeah.
Exactly. Very new. So we should not make what is for that person. Are you asked whether it will be good or is it good or bad?
See, according to me, the dead must disconnect from us. Only on certain days we pray for gratitude. Never connect with them emotionally. Right. Offering these kind of things, you are inviting them to the physical world. Don't give them the physical desire. Okay, it is you must help them transcend. The word actually giving sesame seeds is to transcend. But it says only sesame seeds is being given. Is allowed to give because that helps you cut the ties. The emotional ties from the physical world, it helps. It is such a powerful remedy. Sesame seeds. Many
Makes
things
so much
are
sense.
there. So I don't know. I've seen people offering big food, non-vegetarian all.
Yes, sir. I mean, not many things are being done these days, actually.
At least, okay, before the 10 days, they will do one particular ritual is there, and they'll whatever that person, before you do the Sapandikaranam, they will do one big, every whole family will bring whatever he likes and gives. That is okay, that is allowed. It is on culture. But after the 13th day, every month they will do it, and sometimes even after 1 year, they will offer food. He like chocolate, he like liquor, he will like this, he likes non-veg, everything is offered. To the dead, you should never offer anything. Never allow or don't, make them come to the physical world again.
Thank you, sir. Very informative.
But sir, like in my mother family, actually we have lost a young brother at very young age and we were very much attached to him. After, he left, we have become very sensitive towards all these things. Otherwise, I never used to believe in all these things. But when we do, offer, some langar, we call it, on his birthday, then, on my mama's birthday, on my father's birthday. So is it wrong? I don't know.
See,
it's not that sometimes I do feel that I should disconnect myself with my brother. But I can't.
You're connecting him to a very physical level.
But I can't, sir. I can't.
So the only thing you want to do anything, go do a dance.
I can't tell you.
Langar is something very different, no? That is so.
We offer, we do langar. That is also bad?
No, I don't think so.
What is langar?
On the death.
It is like we in Gurdwara, they feed so many people.
No, that is good. That's what I was saying.
That is very good.
That is fine.
That is very good. See, in this Mahalaya Paksha, doing dan is all. That is the best. No.
Yeah.
On their behalf,
that is the best thing.
Any dan you do, that is always the best.
Correct.
Just to add one point, sir.
And we do on other, their birthdays or the day they left us.
Ah.
So that's fine, na, sir?
Yeah, that is very good. That is sanctioned by the Shastras. Don't
Yeah,
offer it to
actually,
them in the house, that's all.
Just one add
Yeah,
to
yeah,
add
sure,
one
sure.
point, sir. So basically, yeah, I mean, as Madam was telling, Sujata Madam, so it is better if the death tithi is chosen and that food offering, seva, these
Yes,
kind of
yeah,
things are done
yeah.
instead of when they were born.
Date, yeah, instead of date.
Oh,
We
okay,
should do.
okay, yeah. Oh, they're choosing the birthday.
Choosing birthday will not be appropriate
But it's
actually,
not at
because
all.
we are
Very, very
actually,
bad. You are
yeah, we
strengthening
are
them.
binding it actually. We are binding it and we are not allowing the soul to evolve.
I know one particular place where the person used to do archana for that person.
Oh.
Person is dead, he will do archana. He started getting a stula sarira. He started helping, and then that became a very big problem later. You can embody them again. See, the Shraddha ritual is to disconnect. There are certain methods to embody them and make them physically strong also. The other opposite is there. There are tantric rituals, or a spirit can be given in a physical form for it to help also. There are methods. One of them is giving them food. So that's the reason I'm telling, don't give them food. Offer food and all these things, especially on birth nakshatra, all this. Is always make it very, very simple. I think in most of even the 11th day, they don't even add salt also, right? Or very little salt is added. On the 11th day, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Shobha.
Yes, Mahendra. Acha.
Sir, shall
Yes.
I?
Yeah, ma'am. Tell me.
Sir, it happens many times that one person expires. After some years, another one goes. Okay. So
same year after that?
Not some year, same year. After 4-5 years, suppose.
Yeah. Okay.
So which tithi we have to do? Both are gone on different tithis.
Yeah.
So which tithi, earlier person, or because only one Shraddha day we select?
No, you do it on the tithi, which they have died, on the month and year.
For everyone?
Everyone that you do it, or if you are finding it difficult to do it, choose Amavasya or Shrankarma. I told you, Vyadipada, Vaidridi.
In this Pitrupaksha?
Pitrupaksha, all the 16 days are good. The most best days are Bharani, Ashtami, Vyadipada, Vaidridi, Amavasya. These are the best. If are very, very excellent. You not need to see.
We don't see.
No need to see Tithi. No need to see. In fact, all 16 days are good, but it's more special on these days.
Okay.
Unless your one of your family, close to your husband, wife comes on Janma Nakshatra, avoid it on that.
Okay. Then second thing, if the person is died and the rituals are done after some days, something means people are staying somewhere and all that. So some 2-3 days are lapsed.
Okay.
So which tithi is to choose?
As I told you, if you miss it, do it on the immediate Ashtami, Ekadasi.
No, not miss. Which tithi we have to choose? The person who has died that tithi, or when the cremation is returned?
No, I didn't understand the question. What is it?
Sir, actually, what
a person dies, like suppose recently I have a friend.
Okay.
And they had gone to Canada, and her husband died over there suddenly.
Okay.
And to bring that body, it took 15 to 20 days to
Okay.
India. So now he is dead 15 days earlier, and the cremation was done 15 days later. So ma'am is asking which tithi to choose for that for this Pitrupaksha.
No. For that, you don't need to see Tithi. Immediately do it. Why you want to see Tithi for that? For the monthly Masikam or that you have to see Tithi. For the monthly rituals.
No, see, today a person is dead.
Yeah. Once, don't see Tithi all for that. Immediately, the closest day you do it. You can't be choosing good days for that.
No, Sir, Shraddha, when to do, which tithi to do? The day he dies or
Yes,
the day
he died. No, the day he dies.
That's what ma'am is asking.
No, definitely what I say, not the day you cremated, you don't choose. Not the day of cremation, the date of death only is always.
The day of the death. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Mahinderji.
I think sir, I'm hearable, I'm audible?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you not come
sir,
on?
I went to Badrinath 2 years ago and I tried to do some tarpan over there, but the priest denied me because he said if your father is alive, so you can't do it.
You can do dan.
Okay. Because you asked, the tarpan means the water and every rituals have a water
generally
to do.
father, mothers, especially father is there, they won't allow you to do. So in that case, what you do is done. That's all. On the particular day, you are thinking of the forefathers. You can do that.
So now also in this Shraddha Paksha, I only do dan, not tarpan, because my father is alive.
Yeah, Father's Day you don't do tarpan. What is he? Only he can do. You cannot do. But he becomes the karta. He becomes the karta. When Father's Day, you are not the karta. So what you do on an Amavasya, normally thinking about your forefathers, you can do dan, feed the cows, crows, or any dan which is given, feeding a Brahmin, respecting Brahmin. All that is good enough.
During that noon period.
Yeah, during those periods, especially during Pitrupaksha. Remember Pitrupaksha. Okay,
and sir, you also mentioned that the half part of the Abhijit is not good sometimes. The later part of Abhijit Muhurtha, that is also coincide with this Kaputkal.
Abhijit Muhurtha and Pitrupaksha will come say. So I think you can see the software. Abhijit Muhurtha is nothing but Pitrupaksha.
But you used to say that the later half of the Abhijit Muhurtha is not that auspicious.
No,
not that good.
That is for Abhijit Muhurtha. There are days when Abhijit Muhurtha, Wednesday is not good. It is there. But here for Pitrupaksha, just for you to mark it, for you to note now, because softwares may not show you Pitrupaksha. But I think on your phone, Abhijit Muhurtha will be seen. So it is the same calculation as method of Pitrupaksha. So when you could, if it's Abhijit Muhurtha, understand it is also Pitrupaksha. Or I think in India, it's not a problem to choose because I think all of us have known 12, 5, 10 something. So 24 minutes before and after noon, 12 o'clock. No? So somewhere between 11:30 and 12:30 will be the time. I think 11:35 to 12:24 will be the Pitrupaksha.
Okay, sir. And one last question, maybe somebody asked before also, about the moksha, which when the soul departs from the body, what are the indication of the moksha? Are there some tithis or
No. There's one, but no nakshatra. There's one lagna. Lagna is there. I've done a separate class on this. What is it? It's called Punya Chakra. Have a look at that full video. And 2.5 hours, 2 sessions. Yeah, it's on YouTube. In this, it is there. Have a look at it. How to identify what is the state a person has crossed after he crosses over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Rajiv.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
one thing I want to know, when the ritual is starting in Pitrupaksha and it can spill over.
That can spill over. That no problem. It can spill over. I think the heart of the whatever is being done, the most important, if it covers Pitrupaksha, is very.
Thank you, sir.
No, mostly on the Shraddha day, like in our families down north, they will call the Brahmin or the Brahmini for taking the food and everything whenever the Shraddha day is there, and they will not eat until the Brahmini has taken something. So most of the time, like it is done before 9 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Today you are telling. So this was surprising. Like I've never seen like my whole family.
See why? Because
as early as possible.
See why Pitrupaksha? I understand sun is at the mid. This is not actually a remedy. It's not some to pay some respect. This is like resetting things. Sun is at noon. You know what is the meaning? Sun is at Lagna means sun, where the sun will be from the Lagna. In noon. So this is something like restructuring body, mind, and soul. So it is very, very important. If you do it correctly, it will be there. Or we just doing it for ritual's sake. So it must be done in the right time. So it's very, very important to choose the time correct. Why the Muhurtha so important? See, this is the beauty of Vedic, Sanatana Dharma. There is a Muhurtha, there is a particular time, day, time in the year when it is best used, when you can rectify many things. There are doshas, and when it gets rectified, which is the best days available, has also been given. But see, we lost it, so we simply do it. It's all just for what to say. It has to be done. We don't know the
Nobody
time.
has told them all these things. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't
Yes.
know. I need
No,
to.
that's what I'm saying. Sun must be right on top of it when you're doing this sort of thing, because sun is Pitru Karaka. So sun must be on top of your head when doing it, because that is the time when you can recorrect many things.
Yes.
Sir, it's correct.
Thank you.
That sun should be on top, but we should get that priest also comes on their own time, na sir?
See, it's not this. Then you're using it as a ritual. It just becomes a lame ritual, no?
Okay.
So you should take it. If you want it as a rectification, you want to rectify, you want to do it, you have to do it correctly.
Okay, can we do that? Let the Pandit, priest come whatever time, but we can do some ritual.
Yeah. If you're, see, maybe because of, at least on that particular time, you all do something. Maybe go and feed the crows at that time. If you're, let's say, priest finds it difficult, practical difficulty. If you're not able to do, go and feed the terrace and feed the crows at that time.
Okay.
Mix with sesame seeds, feed.
Because priest has to.
Yeah, I understand. And on this time, this 16 days, you will not get priest. Very difficult also.
Mix sesame seeds with what, sir?
Rice and sesame seeds.
Raw rice with rice grains.
No, cooked rice.
Cooked rice, okay.
With sesame seeds is
Very
very
cooked rice is used for this.
Okay.
So, sir, you mentioned that you shouldn't offer the food to your ancestors, right? I mean the favorite food and all. So in that case, let's say I have Buddha statue and I put my mom's photograph near it. So sometimes I put the diya on it, and I say my gratitude for all the good things happening in my life. So my mom's photograph is also there. So sometimes I also offer the sweets there, and also on my mom's birthday, I offer some good food to her. So now you're saying
if she's reached a high state, no problem.
Okay.
So, okay, in case she's still suffering, not crossed over, she's having a problem, an offering will be there. Let's say you think she's a very spiritual soul, no problem in offering anything. She will not disturb her. Okay. If she's extremely spiritual person. But if there is a person, Pitru, who is struggling, who still has desires coming and going, this has his confusion. Even in Pitru, he still has ties with this. Then if you entice him with all this, can be very disturbing for her. But a person who's cut off, who's gone, who's in a very highly spiritual, so nothing, there's no problem in offering for them. There's nothing, absolutely no problem in offering them, because they've reached a state, you offering sweets is not going to distract them.
Right.
But if it is a person, depends on how the mother lived. If she's a very spiritual lady, this will definitely not disturb her.
Yeah, definitely. She was a very, very good. I mean, she always.
Then I don't think so. This is not going to disturb. On sweet offering will not disturb.
Okay. So you can keep your ancestors' photographs where you put
again. Okay, that is also another important question. If you ask me, this is not advised.
Okay.
Again, keeping your ancestors' photo is actually disturbing them. You are asking them to. Do you want your ancestors to be that same form forever? The life you don't want to take different forms, crossover. You want them to be in that same form throughout. Keeping photos, encouraging to be there. Don't stick to the role. Never change the same role. Even after 100 years, that role only I want you. Your grandfather role, do it forever. No, you don't want them to take again birth. So this make you are focusing them on one particular form. So I will not advise any photos also. Definitely. No. This all must have happened last 50, 75 years. Now after photographs has come. Definitely it was not there before.
So no photographs at all, or just photographs in a different place of the house?
See, again, it must be kept on the southern wall. It must not be kept on the eastern southern wall. There's a lot of vastus for it to be done. But I will not advise to keep it better or keep it. Unless if they have reached very spiritual, reached a very high state, then not a problem. Okay. You don't know. See what I say. If they're still hanging and suffering, then these photos can be a lot of disturbance. It can hack like a channel, and every time you think and connect to them in the physical form. See, in Hinduism, you burn the body. You know what's the meaning? Why you don't bury?
Oh, yes, yes.
Why other religions, what is it, bury the body? There is a cremation. You go and pray and offer. But in Hinduism, it is not that. You burn it. You know what is the meaning why you burn it?
Let them go. Okay.
You have to disconnect. There is no more bodily attachment. You don't attach to the body. They become a Pitru. And what I say, they don't even connect to them separately. You connect to them as a totality of all them. You don't call them as a single person. You connect to them as a Pitru. Now, if you have a photo and you're connecting to a single person. So what I say, you're giving a concrete image to them. So this can disturb them if they are not evolved, they spiritually evolved. If it is a very spiritual soul, then doesn't matter. Some people worship, it's a different thing. But if they are trying to cross over and they're struggling, then this can be a problem. Some people will ask, where to hang the photo? Which part of the house to hang the photo? All this will happen. Some people will keep it in the hall. Some people will keep it in the puja room.
Yeah, especially when the people are young and all, so they usually
there's an emotional attachment, so you can't tell them much. Many things I will tell. I have in my family also. They'll be too attached, they will keep it. But then it is not advised. Unless they have reached a very high state, then it is not a problem. A lot of emotions are involved. People become very sentimental about this, you tell them. So they need to understand what is the meaning of it. So sometimes it's too sentimental to tell these people, don't do this. So you just leave it here. But if you ask me, it is not.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, actually, it makes sense, sir, because prior to my grandfathers in that generation, there is no photos, no concept of photos at all. Actually,
nowadays, last 75 years,
correct.
It started off, and they started connecting to a physical form. No,
correct.
You are giving a personification. Why? What is the meaning of Pitru? Why is the word Pitru? Why don't you say still my grandfather? You put them together. They become a Vastu, Rudra and Aditya. That's what you have to think of them, not as a single person. The reason you have to cut off and more elevate and evolve, not still asking them to be in the same role and don't cross over. So that is the meaning why you immediately burn them, not bury them, right? To burn them itself, it's very difficult. It's easy to cut off. And people who bury, you're still very attached to that physical form. And you still respect that particular where he's buried, and you still have connectivity to a form. He should transcend form. What I say, he should transcend and go to a particular, and he's supposed to reach God. Right. And what is it? These kind of things will disturb his evolution. I know some people who are crying too much after their death. I've seen the dead people coming in the dream and scolding them. I know one girl who was very attached to the father. Father died, she was crying. Then after 6 months, father came and asked her, saying, don't do this. It's disturbing for me. Many people have told me many different stories like this, I know. It pulls them down, no? It disturbs them very badly. Yeah.
So indirectly, actually, we are causing them harm. We are not allowing them to evolve, actually.
Yes, definitely. They have their own role. They have to cross over. They have many things to do. You can't pull them back to the physical world again and again, right?
Right, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any doubts? Somebody, Ashwita Gold, asking Maha, Revati and Rohini Nakshatra.
Yeah, we already answered that question.
Yeah.
Wonderful session, sir. Very different. Learned many new things today.
Yeah.
And thank you. Thank you for accepting my request. Thank you,
everyone,
everybody.
sir.
It
Thank
was
you, sir.
a very
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Extremely
ma'am.
Thank
good
you,
session,
Shikha
sir.
ji, for
Thank you so much.
organizing this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.